Did you say go? All right. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Roll With It RPG today. There's too much light out for night. We're playing Vampire: The Dark Ages. Welcome back, or hello, if this is your first time here. Let's crack on with our sum up. So, in our last session, Dragomir attempted to use some new powers. The first was his connection to the cobwebs. He hoped to use the loose psychic connection of the Malkavian clan to connect to Brother BIRDnardus. Unfortunately, he cast his call into like a wide net instead of a targeted way he was hoping for. And instead of calling Brother BIRDnardus, he called every Malkavian in Jerusalem. Luckily, the population is low and consists of himself and 3 other members, his sire, BIRDnardus, and Jeanette. The remaining members of the clan, save for BIRDnardus, all came running to the call. Eventually, BIRDnardus was contacted using the 4th level of Auspex, Invade the Mind, a type of telepathy. BIRDnardus gave a non-committal answer, and that was it. No further contact has been made. His retainers suggested that they would contact the others on the next night if and when he returned. While Dragomir experimented with his new abilities, Asmodeus was trying to stop a bloodbath, a bath where he would be the supply of blood. Trying to introduce Leonardo to Korthar resulted in Leonardo declaring her and her father's blasphemers. They worship her as a goddess. Asmodeus managed to convince Leonardo to leave before the fight broke out, and might have resulted in their death. From there, they returned to the brothers' home, only to join the comedy of Malkavians. Eventually, the group split for the night. Montfrey and Leonardo stayed in the hatch under the watchful eyes of BIRDnardus's retainers. Samuel went to take up Oliver on his hospitality at his haven beneath the bakery. Guillermo of the Knights left to find his own haven for the night. Casper went out to feed and rest wherever the dirt would allow him. And Dragomir returned to his clinic to meet up with his sire and see what he wanted to discuss. There he found out his sire was being called away on a trip to Buda and Pest in Hungary. That he was going to be gone for at least 6 months, as it's a 3-month trip to the city of Buda. And his sire asked if he could stay the day and sleep out the sun in the clinic. And that's what happened last time. It was riveting. So, spend your blood points for waking up in the evening.
And gain our willpower?
Yep. Gain a willpower.
Good, because I spent like 2.
Minimum 1, right? Because you had to spend 1 for your Valerian.
I did 2 different things of it though. I did the one to just in case he went more crazy to make his roller easier, and then I also did the one to dig deeper into like the other thing.
Right. So as you'll notice, we're down a couple players. Our Asmodeus and Deston players cannot make it this evening, so you get to enjoy the 4 of us.
The quartet.
Yay.
Let's start off with Casper. What are you doing at the start of your night? What is your plans at the moment?
Well, first things first, I've learned my lesson. I better top off.
Okay.
Go get me a snack, hit a little rawr, and then I'm gonna find the others.
Are you heading up to Deston's place to get your little rawr?
No.
Wait.
No, that's just weird.
Did you say you're getting a rar snack?
All right. Do you have a particular area of the city in mind for your uh breakfast?
Probably just the port area I'm in and on my way.
Okay. All right, let me make sure I always have the. All right. How are you going to go about it? What is your plan for the hunt?
Just gonna look for, I don't know. I'm gonna look for somebody that's like kind of taking an early night nap in an alley.
Okay. Okay. Give me a survival wits, and your difficulty is 4.
You got this.
Oh, gotta remember something. Did it roll? It did not roll.
All right.
You did it.
2 successes.
Both of them.
You managed to find someone asleep in their shack. It lacks a doorway. It's just like a cloth there, so it's a quick peek in. They're passed out, bottle of booze next to them, snoring away as
Perfect. I just to make sure the melancholy is still affecting me, right?
oh no, your melancholy would be gone now.
Okay, never mind. Because I added the -1 on that last roll.
Oh,
Just assuming it was there. Okay, then I'm just gonna lean in and rock.
all right. Give me a stealth dexterity roll, please.
Gonna remember
It is contested with his alertness, perception.
I got one.
His difficulty is up. As you're creeping across his small bit of flooring, you kick a bottle and it rolls and creates that tinkling sound of glass as it crosses the floor, and then ticks into the bottle lying right next to him, and one of his eyes pops open to try to make out what's going on. That to whatever's just woken him up.
But it's still dark in here, right?
It is still dark.
Okay. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna hope he just goes back to sleep.
All right, give me say stamina stealth. It's still stamina roll.
Oh.
I got one.
Yeah, you got one. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I resist the urge to say nothing to see here.
He doesn't. He doesn't start to drift off. He continues to like look about in the darkness, trying to see what made the noise before he looks over and sees the 2 bottles next to each other and grabs one and starts to like take a swig of it. Doesn't seem to notice you though.
Excellent. I'm just gonna wait there. He took another swig. He's bound to go back to sleep in a second and be tasty.
Right, give me another stealth stamina roll as you hold that frozen position.
Yeah.
Even
Hey,
better.
I just realized the rolls are all stamina.
yeah.
And
It's not my best rolls or my best skill.
I have clicked on the same combo of ability and attribute, and it has rolled a different number of dice.
I've noticed he's drunk. He can't expect consistency. He gets to access just different amounts.
Wait,
Like the first time it was 5 and I didn't, pay any attention to it. And the second time it was just 2 and it didn't register, and now it's 5 again.
who's drunk, the character or the DM?
Apparently I am. I'm
And the
The whole
program.
foundry, you're drunk.
Yeah. Forge, you're drunk. Go home.
all right, I'm closing it down. He doesn't seem to. He still can't see you in the dark, so he kind of gives in to the must be nothing impulse and tries to fall back asleep.
I'm gonna give him a bit before I go for it.
All right. He starts to cuddle the bottle a bit and turns on his straw mattress, and you can hear it bloop 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 out as he's gone while cuddling that bottle. Quickly passes out.
Alcohol abuse.
All right. I'm going for it.
All right. What is your? I mean, I kind of know, but I'm going to ask. What's your current blood pool levels compared to your road score?
My humanity.
Yep.
I have double the blood of my humanity.
Okay. All right. You're good then. How much are you planning on taking from it?
Is it I could take 3 or 4 safely?
3 safely. I mean, you can still take 4. It's just that's when it starts to push towards questionable safety.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit 4. I'm gonna risk it.
Okay. Risk it for the biscuit.
Yep. He's just gonna be a little extra woozy when he wakes up.
So are you.
Yeah, it's fair.
He's intoxicated. So let me. Let's see here. Nope. Come on, help me out.
Okay, how can I help you?
I'm looking for conditions.
It's in that one section.
It is in that one section.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Let me go.
And off and on.
It's not helping. The book just closes and then it opens up when I do that.
Well, I've exhausted my knowledge.
All right, CJJ. If I can't find it on this page, I'm just going to make a ruling. Looks like I'm just making a ruling. Great. All right. while his blood is in your system, at least for a little while the alcohol kind of seeps its way out of you, your difficulties will be for everything will be like +1, as it you feel that gentle buzz from feeding from him.
It's all right. I'm gonna pretend it's not that bad because it's such a small percentage of my blood pool.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Don't worry. I
You could
walk
still
drunk
drive
all
home.
the time.
Yeah. Still, you can still bind books.
I'll go fly home. It'll be all right.
All right. Anything else for you? Where are you headed now?
Let's see, I'm trying to remember if we. You know what? I'm already near there. I'm gonna stop by the clinic
The clinic?
because it's on the way to anywhere else I'd be going.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll jump on over to there. Dragomir, you awake before your sire, as you happen to wake up before most vampires.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, first off, I guess I'll just take a look outside my clinic and see if there are any people that are looking for any kind of assistance this evening.
You don't see anybody. There's no one waiting. The area just outside your door is still somewhat stained with previous night's activities.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. But you know, just in case. All right. Outside of that, I mean, I'm not going to be tonight because I'm perfectly fine still. Like -1 off of my blood pool. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time in my solitude. Just I'm gonna see if I can like connect to the cobwebs and not necessarily reach out for anybody, but just understand it more.
You're totally reaching out for everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get a grasp of how it works, even though like there's a part of the Dragomir that knows that all of this is really reckless and stupid, but he's a scientific type of guy, so there has to be some kind of order, even if he knows there isn't any. So,
All right. Give me a Malkavian time wits roll. Yeah, since you're not trying to contact anybody in particular, the difficulty's 7.
Okay.
And go.
Yes.
Doug was kind enough to message me that it's only going to affect your intelligence and perception rolls, and it fades away 1 die per hour.
Easy enough. I was actually trying to find it, but I could not.
Cool. 0.
0?
Yep, I didn't botch, but
Meant Kevin, by the way. I feel dumb.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
I'm sorry.
To be honest, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was a little
gonna
hurt.
say, is he watching but not participating? I was gonna say, what the hell?
I feel really bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's not okay. I want to dock myself experience points for being, a bad DM.
I think you just give Kevin 1 extra. That would.
Yes, I guess I can do that next time I hand out experience. I mean, he did claim all of them in the conversation earlier.
It was a strong negotiation tactic.
So yeah, you reach out, trying to kind of grasp at that buzz uh, in the back of your head. You just can't seem to. You can't. It doesn't make any sense to you, and you don't know how to uh, connect to it without trying to call out to somebody for it.
That's fair. All right. So I learned absolutely nothing, which is exceedingly frustrating. So I will. I'll spend the first part of my evening while my sire is sleeping, just taking inventory, I guess, of what I have here, since it's been a while since I've actually helped anyone, and there's been some damage to my place recently, and things have gone awry. But yeah, I'll just take some inventory until my sire wakes up.
All right. It's. Oh, do you find the tedious little bits of the minutia of running your clinic relaxing, or is it just something you have to do?
I think, given his analytical nature, it's enjoyable. I mean, he wants to make sure that things are in their place, where they're supposed to be, that he has what he needs in order to help as many people as he can. So yeah, I mean, for him, it would be a soothing task, especially compared to the last couple of days where
it's been a crazy couple days.
Yeah, this would be a little bit of normalcy for him.
Right. You usually wake up an hour before most other vampires rouse, so you've got yourself some time to mull over what's going on, count up what you've got left, take stock in just what has happened to your clinic in the small amount of time. When you start to hear him start rouse behind the curtain.
Okay. Now, as far as I go, I mean, am I understanding that the cobwebs are called the cobwebs, or do I even is there really a nomenclature to describe them that I would be familiar with?
You don't really know what to call it.
Okay, that's fine. I was just curious. So, as he wakes up, I'll talk to him too. Be like, sire, I had a question for you.
Of course, my son. I am here for your answers before I must take off.
Yes, of course. I won't detain you long. I was recently. I was gifted or blessed with an ability that allows me to, guess, connect with others of our clan. I'm not sure exactly what to call it, but when I received the gift, I felt like I had been spirited around to different areas that I had not visited before, and observed a childer with their sire, another of our clan, in a city that was far off. And then I was trying to reach out to BIRDnardus using this connection when I called out to you and Jeanette. I'm not sure what it is or how to use it, or if there is a way that I can use it to direct it specifically.
It is my workings. It is a blessing bestowed to all of my children. I've not named it yet, but I do know. I know quite a bit about it. It is mine to give, after all. You can roll a witch subterfuge if you'd like.
Okay.
Obviously, he created it. There's no reason
did.
for you to roll
No.
this.
3 successes.
Yeah, he's no idea.
Yeah. Okay. So I presume that the more my faith grows, then the more I'll be able to use it appropriately.
Of course. As you grow in strength, it'll prosper alongside you.
Oh, I understand, sire. Thank you for the gift as well. Your grace knows no bounds.
You are my son. My family is my beloved.
Well, I'm again. I know that you have important business, and I won't detain you. I wish you safe travels, and I shall see you upon your return.
Of course, I will bless you with knowledge of my return trip so that you know when I will arrive.
Thank you, sire.
And as he says that, he opens up the door and takes a step out and looks both ways and says, "Ah," ducks his head in. "You have a visitor," and then moves on. And Casper, you see Al Hakim, the lizard, come out of the clinic, waves to you, and heads into the city proper.
Oh, well, I'll wave back. I'm just gonna mosey on in.
Okay. Casper, good evening.
Good evening. How are you? How are you feeling?
Better. I took some time to mill about my clinic and organize and catalog what I have available to me. It was refreshing. At least having control over something that I can control.
I see your. That was your sire just leaving.
Yes, he has a trip that he's planned. What he's really doing on it, I don't know. He said it was a former traveling companion that needs his assistance. I was kind of hoping he would be a little bit of provide me some clarification on some matters, but he, as per usual, wasn't too much of a help.
Sires can be like that sometimes. Sometimes they want to let you stand on your own 2 feet. Sometimes to the detriment.
That is one way of looking at it, yes. But I don't know. I'm apprehensive about this new this new talent, ability, curse. I don't know what it is, but I'll promise to use it more judiciously in the future.
Yes. You can't get better at something without doing it. So maybe just maybe it's all about the time in which you choose to practice.
Yeah, I was I was hoping that there's some rhyme or reason or logic or order that I could find in it, and I don't know if there is. I might be pursuing a logical train of thought that doesn't exist. Or maybe it just eludes me right now, just due to the stress of everything we've gone through the last few days. I haven't been feeling in my right mind, to be honest. Shall we head to BIRDnardus's and see if he's
See if BIRDnardus has returned.
Yeah.
I should hope he has. It would be. I don't know if I would think of it as a good sign if he stayed around the Tremere all night.
I think that would be bad.
I feel like that would be bad.
Maybe we can stop by and grab Oliver on the way and
hit the bakery and then head to BIRDnardus's.
Yeah.
All right. It sounds like a good plan. Are you feeling full?
Oh, yes. No, I've no need to feed this evening.
And if you need to make a quick pit stop somewhere.
No. I'm. The hunger is more than sated at the moment. So.
All right. Then I guess let's head out.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
We'll kind of put everything away and close my head out and shut the door to my clinic. And as we pass by, I'll just wave to any of my neighbors that are there and good evening, good evening.
There's
I resist waving to the neighbor that's no longer there.
There's a few waves back, but there's a lot of like quickly looking away instead of returning it.
That's fair.
Oliver, you and Samuel wake up at roughly the same time. Do you have any plan for your morning?
Samuel, do you like some new clothes? Like mine might fit.
I would greatly appreciate something other than rags. Yes.
I'll dig out some stuff so you can just try on to see what fits best.
Okay. It doesn't take them too long to find, a basic set of pants and shirt among your things. I've always preferred simpler clothing than the more austere the knighthood tends to wear myself. The aesthetic way is part of Charlotte's teachings. So
those look good on you.
Oh, thank you. You're fairly close, it seems, to my size. They don't feel tight, so that's good.
Yeah. I mean, the only other clothes I could offer you probably wouldn't want to wear, so they're women's clothes. I don't wear them.
Uh-huh.
My cousin. She's injured.
Right. Right. The one in Topor.
Yeah. Plus, she might get angry if I gave them away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the nice
She's.
one.
I will take your word on that until I have evidence to the contrary, though I don't have any reason to not believe you on that.
Um.
I'm honest. I'm not sure what to do. I'm sure Montfrey would prefer to introduce ourselves to the prince. But after what you told me, I think I'd feel a little more comfortable not doing that.
One thing you might need to know, since we are, our kind are hunted, or people are, kind of coming after us. A lot of our clan now pretend to be other clans.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to. It's just kind of a little bit of a self-preservation type thing.
Well, it's not that I wouldn't pretend, but it's a little obvious. My mind's fully developed.
Well, look. And I pull up the head covering.
I mean, that worked when I was younger, right? Having the eye messes with mortals a bit, so I would cover it. But when it fully opened, putting things on it is painful, and that can be distracting in the heat of battle. I usually relied on my helmet to hide my face.
I mean, we could get you like a nice cloak with a big hood.
I suppose. Do you know of a way to make some spending cash? Some money.
Yes?
Besides the bakery.
Yes? I mean, like, I have a guy, I mean, basically he's like kind of like a mercenary, but he doesn't necessarily take like killy jobs, I think. Hold on, I gotta find what I wrote down about him.
Killy jobs.
Yeah. No, that's what I wrote down. Known to be a bit of a mercenary or thug, doesn't take murdery jobs.
Murdery.
Did I give you a name for this gentleman?
Joffrey.
Joffrey. Ah, yes. Right.
And he doesn't take murdery jobs?
I know. I was confused as well.
That sounds off kilter.
Yeah.
Bizarro world.
I thought the same, A name like Joffrey.
Okay. How? I guess someone's always looking for muscle. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, or I don't know. Does uh what's her name? Aisha, does she pay people to help with what she does? Like that I was kind of helping with?
Right. I think she relies on the kindness of strangers.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
in this
she-
case, Oliver.
See where that got her.
What was I doing
Yeah,
there
she-
then? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I know something that you would be crazy suited for. You're just not gonna really get paid for it much.
what would that be?
I mean, it's the same thing that I was doing as far as like helping uh, other clan members escape. To, you know, get them to a safer place, I guess.
Um, you you do it for money?
No. I have the bakery for that. I mean, you want to work at the bakery?
I could learn, but not particularly.
um,
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with being paid to do that.
maybe,
I'll sim-
maybe you could try to pull the night shift with the town guard or something. I mean, I don't know.
Now Pippins is angry at me.
He said it was a terrible idea. I'll think of something else.
Yep, there he is. In a moment, I'm sure there'll be a kaiju over our shoulders. Well, I'll guess I'll return to that. Is it BIRDnardus's home?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. He's not all there.
I don't know. He was quite cunning when I knew him. Malkavians can be when they're not weighted down by too much of Malkov's version of a gift.
Huh. Oh. I mean, I know a way that I could get you a little money, but it's not. I don't know if it would be consistent.
What would that be?
Well, I'd pay you to train me in the warrior's discipline.
Ah,
You know, it's worth your time.
yeah, I would be willing to take you on as a squire. Sort of in reverse, however. Instead of me paying you. Right. Should we head there then?
Yeah, I guess we should go to Bernardus's place.
BIRDnardus's base. Do you need to stop?
No.
I'm strangely doing well myself, so Yes. We can just head there. Dragomir, Casper, as you approach the bakery, there's like a young man standing outside the door. The building has been closed, obviously, for a couple hours now, since most bread sells out quickly during the day. He's dressed fairly well. Stocking pants, tunic shirt, a long cap on, and he's fidgeting with something in his hands and looking around, like not like he's lost, but like he's looking for something in particular in front of the bakery.
All right, I want to use the. I want to just see if he's. Can we tell? I mean, obviously, we can't really tell if he's human just from his look or whether he's a vampire, right?
Right.
Can I use just read the soul just to see if I?
Sure. Yeah. Let's break out the color code.
Roy G. Biv.
I wish that was all the colors that were in, because it's a much bigger list.
It is a very large list. That is true.
And you could just use like a bunch of aspects to see if you could smell him sweating.
Right? That'd be true. All right, so the perception, empathy, right? I think is what I read. Yeah,
Yep, it's perception empathy roll.
difficulty 8. Unless you want it to be higher.
Than 8?
Yeah. I mean, that's what the ability says, so that's what I'm going with.
I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, it's difficulty 8. I was looking at the spirit touch, and I was like, why do you say 8? It's perception empathy, difficulty varies.
0.
Oh.
Nice.
Well,
That's good. Got nothing off of him. Off of 10 dice. 10.
How do you do that?
I'm Dragomir. Welcome.
You know, if the difficulty wouldn't have been 8, you would have like smashed that. Like, there's 4 successes if it was normal.
Yeah,
They're all
no.
stress dice.
It's just, that's why I'm gonna have bad luck here soon.
Yeah, you've no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Cool.
It's gonna
Yeah,
look
it's-
normal. Like
It looks
Like-
normal to me.
Like you look at them, and it has that heat shimmer that comes off of like a hot engine hood, but like there's no color or anything to it. Like,
Seems perfectly fine to me. That's what
Just
I'm
gotta-
going with.
I mean, we're heading over there anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
odd to see a child out this late into the evening, but do you want to talk
Not
to him or
unheard of.
me?
Good evening, my son.
Hello, Father.
Is there
Don't
something troubling you?
not so much troubling. I was hired to deliver this, but there's no one at the address. It's a closed bakery.
Is it a letter he's holding?
Yeah, it's like a small scroll.
It's closed for the day, but we know the owners. By chance, are you looking for what's the name of the individual you're looking for?
I was told to give it to a man named Baxter.
Okay. Yes. Should be inside.
Or was it a woman named Baxter? No, it was a man named Baxter. It's a man that lives here, is what I was told.
All right. Well, I believe I'm going to see him later to play dice or dominoes or whatever game is played at this time.
Wait, does he say all this?
Whatever game you youngsters are into.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to
I don't know
whatever
if
door
dominoes
we
exist.
normally go to and just knock while he's
You're gonna knock? Okay.
Yeah.
Could you give me a oh man. uh I guess expression charisma roll? Casper?
I thought you were talking to him for a second.
No, it's
Like,
man,
man,
I don't
he really needs to know how to knock.
I'm ready to roll for noggin.
I'll do it. It's fine. It'll go poorly, or it might be all fours. I don't know. If I just had one of those, like, it would have been okay.
Fine. All right, let me open up a mortal here. That's a good one. Uh-huh. He looks at you questioningly, and then he says, I can't really stand around in front of a closed bakery, so I'll trust you with it, and I'll pass it over to you. Well, Dragon, you knock on the door.
I'm gonna take it.
Son, do you know who asked you to send that,
Who asked me?
or who paid you to?
Yes, he totally does.
Okay.
It's not like I'm having to look up the person's name right now or
Of
anything.
course not. I know. No, you always have everything memorized. That is.
Their name was Jelena.
I knew that's the name you were looking for.
Jelena. Okay. Well, did she seem like a trustworthy individual, or just paid you well enough?
Yes to the second one. She really wouldn't show herself.
Oh.
But the coinage was good.
Okay. Well, if you just want to let her know that you didn't find anyone here, and delivered the letter as requested. You're not lying. After all.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
Farewell.
farewell. Thank you, Father. Runs off. Oliver, you hear a knock from upstairs.
Oh. I answer my door.
Hey, Oliver.
We're vampires, so all doors must go. Oh, hey.
Someone just came to deliver a letter for you from a Jelena.
Oh. I'll take it.
There you go.
Thanks.
good object use.
Yeah.
Apparently she was a bit shady.
That sounds about right.
All right.
Wait,
Well,
hold
Let
on.
me
There we go.
we're heading to BIRDnardus.
Oh,
let me just write down some notes.
oh no.
Is a bit shady.
Yep. We were gonna head to BIRDnardus's and see if he's returned last evening or
Ah.
before sunrise.
Yeah, Samuel and I were just about to head to BIRDnardus's.
Indeed. Hello.
Oh,
Evening.
nice clothes.
Really?
Thank you. They're his.
Oh, they look better on you.
I think they look equally as good on you as they would
Just
any other person that may
pat
have
Oliver
worn
on the
them in
shoulder.
past.
I'll just pat Oliver on the shoulder.
Yes, this note was for Meredith Baxter Burney. I believe that's what the child said the name was.
Yeah, it's a man or a woman that lived here by the name of Baxter, or man, a man.
Tiffany's name is Baxter.
Wait, is
Oh, I
she in there
assumed-
No, I just
Oh.
meant
Okay.
I assumed it was supposed to be Baker, but they tilted the K on its side.
it's all fair play. We're family. It is what
Yeah,
it
they
is.
did say man. He did say he was supposed to deliver
Yes.
to a man
Mm.
that lived
That
here.
lived here.
She look like a man. Man, we
Tiffany's appearance. She doesn't really look mannish, right?
We really missed
No.
out here, though. Samuel should have 100% been like, "Hey, how's it going? This is the way I talk."
Ain't you ever seen my movies?
Sorry. Anyway.
Crusades, that was a good one.
A shark. Blue. Shark 8.
Reed's letter.
It's 2 sentences. It says, "I'm coming. Be prepared."
Got it. All right.
So, good news, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like,
I don't know what it said, so.
Oh wait, should I be bowing right now or?
Yeah, I told you he was odd. I mean, in our travels, I told you that he was odd, and everybody knows that he's odd.
Sorry, I had to,
No, it's fine. I get it.
No, it's just my person showing up now.
Oh, your sire?
Yeah,
Oh,
I couldn't think
Is
of the
that-
word.
is that good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any bad to it. Well, yeah, it's bad because it's dangerous, but like she's not dangerous,
It's dangerous for her to come here.
right?
Yeah, I understand. Well, if BIRDnardus didn't return, I'm sure that Samuel's compatriots would be more than happy to pay a visit to the Tremere.
Yeah.
Perhaps. We are without fundings, armament, armor, patrons, squires. We're not really capable of taking anything on besides like maybe a small pet at the moment.
Fair enough. Well, shall we head towards BIRDnardus's, or do you need to spend any time making preparations for your sire?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
I wonder when she's coming.
I would
Doesn't
assume that she's near, since
Well-
this child probably didn't travel that far.
That's a
So
good point.
He got the letter and delivered it himself, so she's in the city somewhere?
Should I maybe wait here?
You can. Samuel can come with us if he so desires, or you can stay. I don't know if.
Or we could head to BIRDnardus's and come back and
Yes,
let you know.
even. Yeah.
Do you know if she's the? Well, she's the type to warn you, but is she the type to come to your domicile straight away?
I don't know.
Do you need to like have refreshments ready? Is
You know,
Something like
Bernardus's
that?
retainers normally have refreshments.
I know. We should have had her meet us at BIRDnardus's. He's got servants
You
that
could-
could serve her and stuff.
you could leave a note like on your door.
Would she be? Would she be offended if you weren't here?
I mean,
Or disappointed? I don't know. I have an unusual sire-child or relationship.
I think every
Everything with the
sire
Malkavians is
relationships.
unusual.
yeah,
Well,
that's a good
I
point.
understand that. There's just a different. I'm just saying there's a component of weirdness.
You know what? I'm probably not needed at BIRDnardus's anyway.
That's fine. I mean, we're just basically checking in, right, Casper?
Yeah, we're just making sure that everything's worked out. Seeing if Bernardus has any information from his trip.
So I don't know. Samuel, do you want to come with us? Would you prefer to stay here and meet one of your other clan members?
No, I should join with Montfrey and Leonardo. Guillermo should be showing up there as well. Montfrey wanted to introduce ourselves to the prince. Not sure I'm going to go there, but he did want to come with the plan with equipping ourselves, so I should be there for that at least.
Of course. Well, you're welcome to join us.
Yes, I shall. What? So, Oliver.
Mhm.
What if she doesn't show? Like tonight?
Then she shows maybe tomorrow.
Are you just going to stay here until this nebulous time arrives?
Yes. I mean, unless something important comes up, I've got a few things that I could probably do around here to help, clean up, help out.
Make bread?
I'm kind of past that. Other people do that now.
Oh well. Good evening. I hope you have a pleasant visit.
Do you want to wait for her here without Tiffany? Or do you think that would be awkward if she showed up and it was just you?
Well, I mean, I can't. Like, there's not much we could do anyway, so.
You can always take her to go see Tiffany. I don't.
Yeah, if she wants.
I mean, which one of you is the favorite?
Tiffany.
Probably her.
You
She's-
note Tiffany's favorite.
She's everyone's favorite, to be honest.
It is the benefit of being a female.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, they are the fairer sex, are they not?
They are.
I think you're scratching with the wrong finger. It's supposed to be this one.
No, it's fine. I'm not arguing.
And she likes books. I mean, what else is there to
It's true.
dislike?
And she's been awfully quiet.
That's the best. This has been the best week of my life.
On that note, shall we head to BIRDnardus?
Yes.
Oliver, do you want us to come back afterwards?
Yeah, just if anything is important, you can just let me know what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you want anybody to keep you company, I'm sure one of us or multiple of us would be happy to do so.
Eh.
All right, well,
Yes.
good luck.
Thanks.
Guess we're gonna mupp it on out of there.
Yep.
All right. When the three of you arrive to BIRDnardus's domicile, home. The his three retainers are pacing like wildly. They're fast, frenetic. Their movements are somewhat jerky. You can definitely look upset. And Monfrey and Leonardo are finishing up putting on fairly nice looking clothing.
I'll look to Casper as we're getting close and say, that doesn't look promising.
Oh, well, maybe he just went out real quick to get something, some wine and cheese, and
Not
he'll
to
be back
sound.
soon.
I appreciate I respect your optimism. Perhaps you're just being a little kind, but I hope you're correct.
This is my
Walk
optimistic face.
yeah, that's about what. Yeah.
Well,
Again.
no time like the present.
Yep.
Rip off the bandage.
Yeah.
Something that just winds off.
Just cut off the bandage instead of unwinding it.
Well, and Dragomir will walk up to the entrance and gonna say, evening, everybody. I look towards Paul. I assume Brother BIRDnardus has not returned as of yet.
Paul stops, pulls his hand away from his mouth. No, he has not returned at all. And you can see that he's chewed well past his nails into his fingers.
Maybe we should retrieve him.
Pay a visit.
Yeah, see if he's been
Detained? Delayed?
Delayed. There we go.
Delayed, yes.
Let's just say delayed.
Samuel steps in. Monfrey just chucks some clothing at him. He catches it all loosely, and Monfrey says, "Those are a gift from the tan, well-to-do fellow."
Oh, Dastan?
That's his name. Yes. Dastan.
Oh, that was very generous of him.
Indeed. We are fit for a visit to the prince. However, their behavior has us a little concerned.
Maybe we would agree.
Maybe we should send one of them to go get Oliver. We may need him for this.
Do we know where the Tremere are?
You do not.
Do I know based off of the like when I got the dagger from the sacrificial dagger when I did Spirit's Touch on it, and they visited their den? With my eidetic memory, would I have a pretty good idea of where that would be, or be able to recall?
You have like if you were to enter into the neighborhood of it, you would recall it. But since a good portion of the vision would have been like inside a sheath, hidden under a cloak, you don't have a good like directions to,
Gotcha.
but you would recognize it when you saw it.
Okay.
Oh, did Brother BIRDnardus tell you where he was heading to go see these Tremere?
He did not. Said they were dangerous and that we should steer clear of them no matter where they might be.
Could you use your newfound ability to maybe track him? Like
Me?
like as a reverse beacon of what, like the reverse of what you did before? Like make him a beacon to you? With
I'm not sure. I could always give it a try. I don't know.
Yes, you should always give
Yeah,
it
I
a
can
try.
always try. I would be willing to try. Yes.
Oh no. You hear in the back of your head from my voice.
Oh yeah. Come on, Dragomir's nature. He can't say no.
I think our only other option would be to talk to the prince and share our concerns that we have not heard from him since he went to speak to them.
Point of order, I guess. So storyteller, we know that the Tremere and the prince, like the prince, is normally okay with a lot of their actions or supportive of them.
You know that the Ventru clan is supportive of them. You don't really have any good grasp on what the prince's
Okay,
own political leanings are.
but it could be
However,
that he's
yeah, he could like toe the clan line, as it were.
yeah.
But we also know something that might put them in his bad graces.
With the three that came in without presenting themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the attempted group debauchery.
Yeah.
That's an option.
Yeah.
I'm open to either one. I mean, if you want me to try to track him myself, I would be willing to do so.
I mean, I think it's, I don't know, it might be a good time for that practice we were discussing. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Dragomir takes a deep breath, just kind of loosens up a little bit, and he says, "All right, well, I'm just gonna sit down over here and give it a go."
Okay. Give me a Malkavian wits or Malkavian time wits roll. Difficulty 9.
Excellent.
But maybe you should use a willpower.
That's what I'm thinking about. I was thinking about it. I'm
Could-
gonna use
It
one.
could be worse. It could have been difficulty 10.
That's true.
That's always the best.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
hey.
of course. That's the one that I crush on. I use willpower, and what happens? Yeah, that's
Well,
how it works.
use willpower all the time then.
Right.
It'll come back eventually.
Yes, it does. It's true.
All right, yeah, you you reach out and into the cobwebs. You're able to pinpoint, as it were, his location, and it's not in Jerusalem. It's well outside Jerusalem. Like,
Oh.
if, say, someone had like a full night's travel away from Jerusalem.
Oh. All right. Do I know like which cardinal direction? I guess
You know, he is heading north.
he is heading north, like actually moving at the moment.
Yep, currently moving.
Isn't that towards like where Acre is too?
Yes. Yep.
That's not what I expected to find. He's heading north.
You can also tell that he felt like you felt the connection, and you can tell that he also noticed the connection.
Okay. Okay. Am I able to send him a message asking, are you in danger?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's what I'll send him and just say.
Oh, so are you in danger?
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
I didn't know if you were saying he could absolutely send it or he was absolutely in danger.
Yeah, I was gonna say one or the other, both maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be both.
The answer is
Okay.
yes.
he does not have Malkavian time. So let me look up what the necessary role is for him.
He's in a
Oh,
whole.
you forgot to put you can send a response at the end.
I
of your message.
did.
He's in a whole different time zone.
I just gave him I just sent it with a delivery receipt, so I knew when he opened it. Just
You're getting left on red.
Yep.
Okay, let's go for it. You receive no response.
Okay.
So
all right,
he's like heading out the north gate.
No, he's a significant distance outside of Jerusalem.
Like he
More than likely a
visited-
full night's travel.
Like he visited the well tender outside of Jerusalem.
No further, like a full night's worth of travel.
This is my optimistic face.
And he's still he's moving at this point. Unable to tell if it was voluntary or involuntary, and he did not respond when I asked if he was in danger.
Should we go after him? That seems like a really big coincidence. He went to talk to the Tremere, never came back, never sent a message to his beloved friends Paul, and then
Timothy
he went
was one of them.
and then just left the city a day's ride away.
It's still going.
That seems suspicious.
Maybe
we should have Oliver here for this discussion.
How are the retainers taking this information?
They don't seem to be changing any of their current freak out. It seems the same level. That it doesn't seem to have added any stress or relieved any stress.
All right. You know what? I'll go retrieve Oliver. I might do it the slow way, but I'm gonna spend a blood point to turn into a raven,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna like hop out the door, then fly to Oliver's. I
Okay.
figure it'll be quicker than sending Paul or not Paul, or sorry, other Paul and not other Paul.
It's Timothy and Thomas.
I was
Oh,
gonna say I knew one was Timothy.
I
One
like
of them was Paul.
one is Paul. Yeah,
Paul,
Oh,
Timothy, and Thomas. Yeah.
because
I forgot there was three.
Asmodeus's retainer was Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the bakery.
Okay. So he takes off, and there's a discussion between the knights on going to see the prince.
Oh, not about how cool that was? Dang it.
I thought it was cool.
Samuel suggests that with what he's found out about the Tremere and what's happened to Charlotte and how his people are being hunted, he's not comfortable revealing his existence to the prince. And Montfrey is not exactly understanding of it. He sees it as a dishonor to not show himself, to not declare himself proper. However, he will do his best to convey the well wishes of the rest of the knights who aren't there to the prince, and kind of storms off before there's any real retort on that from Samuel. Leonardo during the whole time looks very uncomfortable. He's doing one of those back and forths, like
Mom and Dad are fighting.
shifting. You can tell that it's this little bit is new as a new stress onto what he learned yesterday about the blasphemy of his clan in Jerusalem. And as he's heading out to catch up to Montfrey, Guillermo shows up. Guillermo's in nice new clothing. He has a sword at his side. He looks suspiciously well coiffed, considering he left yesterday in rags. But simply nods his head at you and follows those two while Samuel just kind of watches as they head out.
So once they leave, well, that was I take it he's a by the book order type of guy.
Yes. The Bruja can be that way from time to time.
Well, I'm sure your sense of brotherhood will override any conflict eventually. I mean,
It hasn't in the past. Except, a century's worth of madness might have a bit of a way of coloring how we see now.
I could see that. I mean, I've been dealing with I mean, the madness for about half a century myself at this point, but maybe not in the same capacity as well you dealt with, but it does change the way you look at things.
I'm going to go see if I can't have myself hired out for some money. I'm going to need to start building up some sort of base so I can actually afford to help Oliver in his task. So perhaps someone is needing late night help in the warehouse district.
Would I know if my ally Christoph, the Hospitaller Squire, whether or not his group would have any use for someone like Samuel?
Give me a Hearth's Wisdom Wits roll, sir. Or Theology Wits.
All
Your choice.
theology. I actually have ranks in theology.
Gotcha. One.
Wow. Yeah, 1. That's just okay.
They could. I mean, they could use some help. Someone to, care for horses in the night, assist in chores, that type of thing.
Okay. I mean, I'll convey this to him. Say, I mean, I do have a contact inside of the knight's spot. Hospitaller. He's a squire, Christoph. They might need some assistance with tending around the stables or barracks at times.
Would you be willing to
introduce you?
Yes, or write a letter of introduction?
Oh, of course. Yes.
All right. So you're going to need to make a temporary dice pool because you're going to be rolling your background effectively.
Okay.
So yeah, it's let's make it just your straight contacts.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, 3. Okay. So just 3 dice at difficulty 6.
Yep.
All right. 2.
Nice. You're able to come up with a fairly well constructed letter of introduction for him that from the way you've written it out that your contact will happily make the further introductions to try to get him a job there.
Okay.
But you also know that you're probably going to have to repay a favor for this.
Yeah, I got it. So I'll hand it to him and say, here you go. And when you see Christoph, just let him know whatever he needs from me in the future. I'll be there to help.
Christoph. Okay.
And he's a squire there.
Okay. Beggars cannot be choosers, as it were.
I just wanted to give you other options in case this might be something a little bit more, I don't know, comfortable? Familiar, maybe?
Familiar. Yes. Much appreciated.
Of course. It was wonderful to make your acquaintance, and I'm sure we'll see you around more.
Of
And,
course.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I don't know if it's good yet, but thank you. And he heads out the door.
All right.
Casper.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna. I'll spend my time trying to either calm or bring Paul, Timothy, and Thomas like down a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna necessarily say anything specific. Just offer words of empathy.
Gotcha. All right, Casper. It doesn't take long to fly to the bakery.
Does it have any windows?
Yes.
All right.
It.
I'm gonna go in through a window.
Okay. Yeah, it's not hard. There's no glass panes. It's a lot of slats and bars to help keep things out but let air flow through. So you have to like perch and then squeeze through a little bit, but that's about all the effort it takes.
I'm gonna look around, see if I can see Oliver.
Oliver, what are you doing and where are you at within your building?
Probably just like trying to tidy up the place. So, like in my home part of it.
Oh, okay. You don't see him. You see there's a long table beneath the window along that wall. There is just inside the door to your left, there's what looks to be like a wooden water trough that's maybe 5.5 feet in length. There are racks and a doorway heading outside to on the right of the inside, and you can see outside there's several clay ovens built up outside, maybe partially repurposed from a older oven structure. And there ahead of you there is on that wall there's stairs heading down, but you don't see Oliver.
We're gonna be like, come, Oliver.
You hear that?
What the?
Alan. Oh,
I investigate.
Right. You head upstairs and there's a raven sitting in your windowsill.
Where did you come from?
I think you should come after all.
Come.
Come.
I mean, technically, ravens can talk.
I'm still getting used to it.
Casper?
We're just gonna
Oh. All right.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Walks out the door. Leaves the raven in.
I'm gonna just fly back. I'm gonna go. Hurry!
I take my quick paths to BIRDnardus.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say you take your time.
That would.
I fly to BIRDnardus's also as a raven. Oh wait.
Did you say BIRDnardus's?
Yeah. Yeah, BIRDnardus is.
BIRDnardus?
BIRDnardus. All right. You get there well before he does, Casper.
Aw, man.
Any attempts to have like assuaged any of their concerns has not gone well. Uh, there were brief moments where it looked like they were able to collect their thoughts, but then right back at it, some other twisted aspect to whatever they might be imagining
Sure.
taking over their thoughts.
I wasn't expecting a whole lot of lucidity from this group, so
When you get there, it's just Dragomir and Paul, Thomas, and Timothy.
And a bird. Oh, wait. Are you talking about when Casper gets there?
Yes, when Casper
Oh,
gets
okay. My bad.
there.
Seems to be a lot less.
everybody else left.
full.
The three of the Order of the Lily went to go see Prince Samuel. Left to go meet a contact that I have with the Knights. Yeah, you're here now. Is
Can you-
Oliver coming?
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
I guess I'll just pop back up as a normal
Okay.
person.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Make conversation much easier.
he's on his way. Could you tell how fast he was moving when you noticed that he was still traveling north?
Do I have an idea of how quickly he was moving?
No, not really.
No, just movement.
Yep.
It's not really. Sadly, I'm not able to like determine a lot of precision with this. It's more of a feeling. But I could feel that he was a good distance away and moving further.
I'm starting to worry. Also, we've been here a while. Asmodeus and Destan have not shown up either.
Well, I would assume Destan is taking care of his own business. I mean, he obviously has interests in the city that are beyond what we do. I'm not sure where Asmodeus is. Leonardo was here.
Yeah, but he stayed here, didn't he?
Oh, yes, he did.
That's what- It's about the time Oliver comes in.
Oliver.
I was told it was important. Or something like that.
Yeah, so I did the same thing I tried to do last night.
What?
But it was successful.
Uh-oh.
It worked. It worked this time. BIRDnardus is not in the city. He's a good distance north. Like at this point more than a full night's travel north, and still moving. I tried to reach out to him to ask him if he was in danger, but I did not get a response. So either he didn't hear it, or pretty sure he heard it, but he might not have been able to respond himself.
Would I possibly know if there was anything north that like we tried to avoid or anything like that? Maybe.
Give me a Curse Wisdom wits roll.
6.
Yes, difficult 6.
Nice.
He ain't found shit.
uh you can't think of anything. However, like you're not the information one of you two. Like the person who would know is unconscious.
Son of a bitch.
What do I know that's in between? Because when we came down from Acre, I mean, this would have been would this have been roughly like the path that we traveled to get from Acre to Jerusalem? Or are there
Yes.
multiple paths that could have? I mean, obviously, there's going to be more than one road north out of Jerusalem, but
Right. Let me
Wait.
pull it.
Didn't that take us like a month's journey, something like that?
It was a bit. All right, so north of Jerusalem, you guys would have passed through Tel Aviv, Nazareth, Haifa, and then Acre, which where you where it came from. Tel Aviv and excuse me, Haifa are both port cities. Nazareth is quite a bit inland.
right. Okay. No, I don't really have anything else to necessarily add.
Should we bring this to the prince's attention?
And tell him what the crazy Malkavian priest that lives here left the city. I
Well,
don't think he's going to be sad about it.
he was going to see the Tremere, and now he's being.
That's what he said he was going to do, and I don't disagree that we could take it to him. I just think that if you tell him what BIRDnardus, as the known, again, crazy Malkavian of Jerusalem, said he was going to do, and then ended up leaving the city in some way, I don't know that the prince is definitely necessarily going to.
We have the ones
I
that
have to
were,
agree.
but you have the ones that were here without him knowing.
We could definitely bring that to his attention too.
But also, the defense to that is they're not here anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean the
no
only
body,
thing
no
we
crime.
right.
I think
mean,
the big question is, should we go after him and make sure that he's all right? Because I feel like he would have, even if he was heading out of the city, he would have sent word to Paul or Tim or Tom.
I don't disagree. I don't know what the prince will do for us. We could try there. I mean, it's
I'm saying I agree. I don't think the prince will be helping us.
the only thing we could potentially do is if maybe he knows where the Tremere lair.
We could ask them. That would be the only. Also, another thing about it, trying to explain how we know that he's traveling north of town might be a little difficult of a prospect. Also,
I understand. Yeah,
one Malkavian telling him, "Hey, I know this is weird, but this other Malkavian is totally outside of town, and I know where he's at."
Good point.
I mean,
Also, maybe something we don't want people to know about.
I only know like 2 Malkavians, and that doesn't seem weird at all to me.
So maybe. So I guess our two options are, unless there's other options, I'm open to other options. Either head out of the city and try to find Brother Bernardus and help him if he's in need of help, or go to the prince and ask his help in finding the Tremere so we can ask them how their meeting went.
I think that maybe commenting to the prince that he went to go see the Tremere and see if we can,
And he
find
hasn't
out.
come back.
Mm-hmm. And maybe get in a meeting with the Tremere on
The
neutral
downside
ground.
of that is that may take some time that Bernardus might not have.
This is true.
We're also not really set up for a trip.
We're not. Oliver, do you have means of closing ground quickly?
Maybe? Do I have means of closing ground quickly?
Well, I'm not worried about that. I believe we can all make up the ground. I'm worried about being caught out for you two if it's an extended trip without any kind of a cover.
I mean, you have the resources to pick up a mount,
Well,
but maybe not a.
the problem being mounts might be a little difficult, seeing as we're vampires.
I think that we would be also I don't know if well, I'm pretty sure Destan would not be able to accompany us on this.
What about I don't know how.
Well, he has people to run his places.
Like how would people like us normally travel? Would it be like covered wagons? Would that be enough?
I'd say, how did we make the journey down from Acre, since it's a fairly substantial?
Closed-in wagon.
I mean,
like the.
Oh, do we still have that? What did we do with it?
It was kind of the Prince of Acres.
Yeah.
Oh, it went back?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it probably is, yeah.
Well, I know Destan has at least a wagon.
Well, one that he uses to transport his goods, yeah.
And, random Tiffany's.
And in all reality, we wouldn't have to be the one to control the wagon. There's this guy that you're very familiar with, Casper. His name's Victor. He can be out during the day. He may not scare the horses.
What we could do, we could get a head start, send Paul to get a hold of Destan and Asmodeus to catch up with us with the wagon. That way we can start out and scout and maybe find something, and they can catch up to us if there is going to be trouble.
I'm gonna turn to Paul at this point and say, Paul, do you know if the brother has any contacts for securing transportation if he would need to leave the town?
I'm sure he would, but I don't see why he would.
Have you been listening to what we've said, Paul?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I know that this is a stressful time for the three of you.
All right, let's see what Paul knows.
I mean, I guess I could talk to my friend Joffrey as well, because I don't know if he's.
Uh, well, uh, well, sorry. He has had us uh occasionally procure uh travel between here and one of the ports, but he usually just crates himself and hides for the travel. I
Does
don't.
he let you know when he does this?
He usually has. He's not informed us this time. If that's what's happening.
What if he's not the one that put himself in the crate?
Knowing Bernardus putting himself in a crate checks out.
Can I use my invade the mind to, like, try to communicate with him?
Sure. Yeah.
I know it's subterfuge intelligence and
Yep. Victims' current willpower points. You're in luck. It's 3.
still 3. Good deal.
Yep.
Two successes. Okay, so I want to implant into his mind and implore for a response if possible. Did you transport yourself out of the city, or are you in need of help? Your followers are worried.
Couldn't have just asked him where he was going.
I don't care if he transported himself out of the city. I don't care where he's going at this point.
All right. What is your current willpower?
4.
It's going to be a good one. Intelligence.
Help.
4. He responds with it's hard to drive and think at the same time.
You see Dragomir's kind of rub his forehead. Okay, so
that could be bad.
Yeah, did it hurt?
only the response. I asked him if he transported himself out again or if he needed assistance, that his followers were worried, and his response was, it's hard to drive and think at the same time.
So he must be all right.
It's another non-answer from him. Is what I asked
If he's
him a
doing the
question.
driving, then
Yes,
he should be safe.
I would agree.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. I'll turn to Paul Thomas, and Timothy, and say, he said he's driving right now, and so he couldn't really think.
That makes sense.
What?
So I think he's okay. Yes, would you agree? The three of you agree?
Yes, but what happens to us until he returns?
Well, I think that you should continue to do his good work around town, don't you?
Just gonna get a broom and hand it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody missed
I-
somebody missed a spot right over there.
Yes, keep the place tidy, and go out and help others as best you can.
Okay.
I mean, he has sent you out before to do tasks, yes? To help those that are in need.
Yes, but he's always said clean until I return. If he left us here.
Without saying this internal dialogue, like there's a part of me that wants to say something, but I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to like pawn them off on Aisha for like cleaning and stuff. But
I'm gonna like lean back to where hopefully I'm out of it. I'm gonna be like try to insinuate something to you, but I don't know if I'll be able to.
to me,
Yeah.
okay. I mean,
Okay, let's try a subterfuge manipulation roll
oh yeah.
for trying to get your
Ah.
nice. All right. Give me a subterfuge wits roll to see if you can interpret his head bobbing.
Okay. Count one.
Oh, yeah, you get what he's trying to.
Okay.
He's trying to get you to step
Oh.
aside with him.
Basic gist is you should make him feel better by saying he sent a message that says clean till I get back.
Oh.
I'm getting one.
Oh yeah. I mean, he did convey that he wanted you to continue in your duties until he returned.
So just clean.
I think that would be the best thing to do. Yes. I mean, obviously, take care of yourselves as well. Eat, get some drink, as you need to. But yes, keep the place tidy.
Okay. Well, could you tell him that we'll do that?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'll pass that along to him.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll leave you to keep the place nice and tidy for him, and if he sends any more messages, I'll stop by and let you know.
Thank you.
turn to Oliver and Casper. Shall we?
Yes.
I'm gonna open the door.
All right. So we're gonna. I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Once we're out of earshot, I'll be like, "Good job."
Sorry,
There's-
Oliver.
There's no point in worrying them any more than they already are.
Could you try one more? See if he'll tell you where he's going. I'm still really
Sure.
confused.
All right, sure.
I'm confused as if he's heading to something or away from something. Like if he's on the run, or if he's like, I can't drive, can't drive. Too busy.
Um.
Yeah.
Maybe I should wait until closer to sunrise to ask when he's not driving, or maybe it won't matter. I don't know at this point. I really don't. I'll just send it now.
Okay. All right. Give me the intelligence subterfuge. Difficulty 3.
All of them.
6.
That's pretty good, yeah.
All right. So you're asking where he's headed?
I
It's
was
like
saying,
a
can
loudspeaker.
you at least tell me where you're going? This is Dragomir. I've never identified myself as some of the past ones, so I don't know
Right.
if he knows it's me. If he's just getting a voice in his head.
It's just the random voice in his head. He's like, oh, that's an actual person.
The random AI voice, generated voice, just starts speaking.
Turn left here.
You're like, dang it, I thought I turned off Alexa.
There's kind of like a bit of like a pregnant pause. Like you get that and then there's just nothing for a little while. And then you hear Steoris.
Dioris?
Steoris.
C. Oris.
Yep, Corius.
C. Damn it, my pencil just broke. What'd you say? C. I.
Corius.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just looking for something to write with at this point because there's a pen. Do I know where that is? Do I know what that is?
You are from the area. So
Is it like academics or her wisdom or
academics or occult and intelligence.
well, my academics is better, so wonder if occult would just give me different information. Yeah, I'll stick with academics. That's what I feel like I would be best. I feel what I would try to parse wisdom from. That's about what I expect. Yep, two out of 8. Yeah.
You've heard it, heard the word before. You know, it is a like a. It was a educational conclave, not quite a college, in Transylvania. That hasn't been in use for several centuries.
as I like stop to send the message, my face just kind of scrunches up into a what the.
Why do you look like you smelled a fart?
I mean, if I could smell, that would. Going to Sioris.
Do I know where that is?
Yeah.
I'll give context too, if it would help them with their roles to know.
Sure. I need an academics intelligence or occult intelligence from Casper. Oliver,
Oh.
you know of it.
Oh, I know
You
of
have
it.
a slight obsession over it and all the things connected to it.
I just, you see my brow just.
Casper, you know the same things I told Dragomir. It's a former learning conclave in Transylvania.
Why is he going to Transylvania?
Is an old learning conclave?
He's
Oliver.
going to see the Tremere. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just be like, it's the home base of the Tremere.
So when he said he was going to go see the Tremere, he didn't mean the Tremere here. He meant the Tremere in their home base. Is that what you're telling me?
It seems that way.
It was nice knowing him.
I mean, maybe it makes sense. Maybe he went there because, these Tremere that came in, maybe they weren't associated with the Tremere that are here. That doesn't make any sense. All Tremere are bastards.
Well, 100% of the 4 Tremere I've ever met, I didn't like.
Yeah, the 3 I've met I haven't liked.
I still kind of feel like we should
gone now, but
tell the prince about it though. I mean, I know you said they're gone now, but he should know.
That kind of made me think that we gave Renoof part of that as information that would be helpful to him, and if we tell the prince, then that really kind of negates the information.
Did anybody see what happened to him? Did
yes, is he even alive?
Fall in that chasm?
I don't think he did, but if it kind of, I mean, I wouldn't mind negating the bit of information we gave him. He was kind of a putz.
I'm gonna look around and make sure he's not standing there. D.
Give me an alertness perception roll.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Is any of that Auspex?
No.
You don't see anything.
I could roll, but I didn't say I wanted to.
I don't care if he's standing there or not.
At this point, I don't either. I'm like, I'm okay with depriving the frog of some information. He kind of abandoned us.
He did. I'm just wondering if he's even still alive. One of those occultists did get away.
That's true.
I have a hard time caring. I'm not sure why I said that, but I do.
That one of them got away, or that Renoof may be dead?
That Renoof may be dead.
Oh, okay. Because I really care that one of them got away.
No, I agree on that aspect.
Maybe that's what we should be doing. Maybe we should try and track that guy.
Sure, we could. Do we want to talk to the prince first and then?
I think the prince might be annoyed that he might see us as wasting his time with this. Like like what were we really gonna tell him? Like
They were here, they were practicing a ritual, they were not announced
Yeah.
to him.
I do feel like those are pretty substantial.
Can we tell him
things.
about the other stuff with the cultists?
Maybe.
I forget, dude. We don't know who those were. We just knew they were guys.
We
They-
know what their clan was,
they
I
were
believe.
Balai.
Yep.
Balai, yeah.
Oh,
knew that
that's
part.
right.
We didn't really know exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, they
Other
were
than just
torturing.
trying to-
Assholes.
They were torturing those guys for fun. That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to- They were trying to figure something out from. I just don't know what their
Oh.
end goal was with
Maybe
bit.
we'll leave that to the Crusaders to tell the sheriff Prince about. That's kind of part of their story.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think telling about the Tremere would be
Yeah.
beneficial, though.
that might be, or would we be stepping on? I was gonna say, would be stepping on what BIRDnardus is doing right now.
I have very little faith that he's gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know about what happens to people who go to the Tremere's home, but based off of what I've heard about them and what Oliver has relayed to me and Tiffany, and I don't have a whole lot of faith that we'll be seeing the brother again.
So maybe it would be smart to at least let the prince know that something's going on.
I think so.
So maybe that's what we should do now. We've got time.
Yeah.
I look at my sundial. Or
Sh-
my
sh-
moon dial.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be a
Moondial.
moon dial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it appears to be broken.
Ah,
Right. No, it's right twice a day. It's
Right. I take out my cell phone and check the time.
It is 0 o'clock according to.
Dang it, no service.
Ah, crap.
Midnight.
When are they gonna build a cell tower here? Jeez.
All right, so you guys are headed to talk to the prince.
Yeah.
Do you,
Alright.
Oliver? Do you want to come with us, or do you want to go back and wait for your sire?
I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
I think she'll understand.
Given, yes, I think so.
Ah.
Yep. Switch the map on us.
I see that.
So, up in the Muslim quarter up here, there's a lot of older Roman structures, and the one time you talked to the prince during your introduction here to say you were entering into his town, it was in a old Roman villa that had seen some good maintenance. Like, it wasn't a ruin like so many other Roman buildings are throughout the region, and it's usually fairly busy. He calls when he's at running court. He calls it an Elysium. It's usually, from what you've been taught during your formative years as vampires, that Elysium is usually something done in like Toreador courts. It's usually seen as a way to share gossip and art and socialize. But the way it seemed to be under him was a formal visit to like a king's actual court. There are courtiers and courtesans. He has a few guards and a seneschal that introduces you when you enter, and the only thing he shares with the Toreador Elysium is there's no violence against other vampires while in his court. You are prohibited, and you are to act your station. If you are not either an elder or a vampire of some prestige, you are at the bottom, and you must act like it. When you
Glad I have that point in etiquette.
Oh.
When you arrive, there's not a lot of the courtiers or courtesans there. There's a few vampires around. You recognize them just from your time. There's a woman named Magdalena there. You know, she's not the elder, but she's one of the older La Sombra in Jerusalem. You see that Adam of the Cappadocians is currently there, and the three knights are still there. They don't seem to be dealing with the prince at the moment. They are, however, in armor with weapon. It seems their visit here has garnered them some equipment.
Okay. I'll look towards Casper, and obviously I know he's probably seen Brother Adam as well, but should we maybe see if he can help us with an audience first?
I roll etiquette to know how we should go about talking to the prince.
Yeah, I would roll as well. I've got 2 dots in that.
Nice.
Yeah, give me an etiquette intelligence roll.
Oh, yeah.
I will not roll this.
Of course, I rolled 2 ones to go with my successes. That's great.
I think you only fail when I'm around.
I think I fail when it doesn't benefit. I think I fail when it benefits me. Normally, when I'm trying to help other people, I do great.
Your time in a prince's court has kind of been 50-50 on the good and the bad, and you're not entirely sure like how to approach this one without triggering another bad. So going over all the things that you don't want to happen is kind of keeping you from coming up with the things that you need to do.
That makes sense.
Casper, you know that while you can enter in the court without being announced, you do need to find his seneschal to set up the audience.
I should know who that is from the last time we were here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Sorry. It's a man named Laufrey. He's
see him.
give me a alertness perception roll. He's a thin man, fairly prominent nose, long curly beard. Yes, you see him. He's when you enter into the garden area of the Roman villa, because there's the enter door, there's two hallways that head into your left and right, and then there's a garden like right in front of you. When you enter into that garden, you can see through the columns that he's sitting in the left corner of the space, reading a book. Somewhat disinterested in the few people that are there.
Well, he's reading a book. That means he's not talking to anybody. So I'm gonna nudge both of you guys. I'm gonna like tilt my head and start moseying on over to the Laufrey.
All right. Can we see what he's reading?
It's not titled,
Okay.
from what you can
History of
tell.
time.
It's fairly well bound. It looks like it's fairly newly bound. Like there's no fraying to the leather. A good sense of his at least financial standing, since it's a new book.
So
Man, I wish I had a new book.
it looks like a good book.
I'm gonna.
Is that what you're trying to do for the other guy?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna stand there, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna wait for him to notice us.
He turns a page, gets through another one, turns a page. He looks up briefly. There's a look of annoyance. Then he goes back to reading.
I'm gonna wait till he gets to another turning of the page before I say anything. That way
Okay.
he's not in mid sentence.
All right, so he goes to start turning the page.
Excuse me, Laufrey. I hate to bother you, but I feel like we need to borrow a little bit of your time.
And you are...
I am Casper. This is Dragomir. This is Oliver. We've only met once briefly.
Oh, no. I'll take your word on that.
It was 1 year ago when we introduced ourselves to the prince at that point. At the behest of the Prince of Acre.
Ah, okay.
The light bulb goes.
Yes, it has to, because this is apparently one of those I've not filled out yet.
Yeah.
At all. So yeah, he and your purpose today?
We have some information about, let's just say, some unwanted visitors to the city and
Dark ritual.
some unsavory actions by those visitors that would probably be something that the prince would want to be informed of.
Including a profane act.
I'm gonna point up like,
And this this information. It's not something I can simply convey to him for you.
You could, for sure. I have a feeling he's going to have questions, but if you would prefer to take this information to him and see if he wants to have follow-up questions, that I'm assuming that's like kind of an etiquette thing, like so he doesn't get bothered with stuff. Or
Yeah, it's depending on the urgency of the information or the severity of the information, it could be delivered via his seneschal.
okay.
Should we just be frank with you and direct?
uh,
Yes.
Very well.
A
Do you
few
wish to-
days ago, how many of was it, 3 or 4 out of character? I can't remember. The Tremere guys. Was it 3 and the 1 human?
Yes, there's three Tremere and 1 human, Victor.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him out of that. 3 Tremere entered the city without announcing themselves in secret in an attempt to perform profane debauchery acts using blood magic to share in the spoils of the act. And then Brother BIRDnardus went to speak to the Tremere about this, and we have not seen him since.
Okay, so someone entered into our sire's domain unannounced.
3 of them, yes.
They were attempting to deballerize someone.
Yes.
Whom?
Trying to think.
She's a nurse.
Nurse,
at
yeah. Couldn't come up with the word.
She's a nurse at one of the local hospitals here. Aisha.
I don't know the name, but that doesn't mean they're not a person.
But we stopped the ritual and destroyed it. On what they had on the ground, like the symbols, it definitely looked uncouth.
Would the name of the ritual be of importance to you? Or to the prince?
No, knowing its name isn't going to help either one of us. Their blood magic is... well, it's magic.
Of course. I just wanted to make sure you had as much information to make your decision.
Very well, I will tell the prince if he has other questions. I'll call you forth. And it is Dragomir, Oliver, and Casper.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
He closes the book, puts it under his arm, stands up, adjusts his robe a little bit, and walks up to the prince. The prince leans in, he whispers something into the prince's ear. It could easily be said he's telling him what you've told him, however, in his own way. There's a brief pause, and then he looks to you and motions the 3 of you forward.
I'm gonna glance at them and start to step forward.
Yep.
Hope they're coming with me.
Watson.
Yep, I'm coming.
Okay. I believe I grasped the information that Laufrey has told me. However, I am curious. Why does it matter that BIRDnardus has left?
I'm just saying he went to talk to them and we haven't seen him since. That's just adding all of the information into the equation.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the
might
most
be-
important part, but
More to it that we just haven't grasped yet.
Do you suspect them of something?
Well, after
involving
what we saw, I wouldn't put anything past anyone. It's definitely suspicious behavior.
Very well. I will have my sheriff look into it. Is there anything you wish to add to his report?
do we still have I'll look towards Oliver, like do we still have the ritual knife that they were using?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, just in case they try to deny it, here's the ceremonial dagger that they were using.
He motions to Laufrey to get it and hand it to him. He doesn't really look at it for a brief, like he glances at it, he turns it over in his hand once, and then he sets it down on his armrest.
Your Grace, I will say that I understand that it's hard for me to prove this specifically, but I do know that they met with their clanmates when they entered the city before they performed this profane act. I saw the meeting through the ceremonial dagger when I handled it.
So there's information to be gleaned via aspects, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Very well. I'll have someone capable of it to verify what you saw. Could you please describe what you witnessed?
Okay. So I'll explain to him or describe that I witnessed them come into the city. I don't remember all the details because they're in a different notebook that I wrote down, but they visited. They visited with the female Tremere, who's the leader in the city.
Mara.
Mara. Yep. I can't remember if I saw gargoyles with her or not. I think I did.
There is one gargoyle, so yeah, you would have seen it.
Yep. So I'll tell them I saw the gargoyle with her when they visited. That they spoke of it, spoke of potential targets, and then their process about finding their person, being Aisha. So.
Do you know why this Aisha was targeted?
I'm gonna look towards Oliver, say, shit.
We weren't able to question them afterwards. So we could only offer conjecture at this point.
Then what is that?
We know they've had to have been someone with at least a potent enough vitae to perform the ritual on. There's probably only so many people that fall into that category that are not likely to be noticed missing. And she works at a hospital off in the the player doesn't remember what area it is.
The Christian Quarter.
In the Christian Quarter. So, as evidenced by your Seneschal not recognizing her name, I feel like they probably knew that she wouldn't be noticed if she went missing.
Understood.
Question. So, from my thoughts on this, would I understand that revealing that she's a salubri to him be potentially bad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna go with that then.
Okay.
So I don't need any more.
A complete truth that did not reveal all of the truth.
Right.
You know, I mean, another reason to bring this to your attention, not simply just because of the fact that it's, you know, of the ceremony that they were doing, we wouldn't want it to look bad on you or someone to find out that there were clans or others of our kind operating in your city without your knowing.
I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I'll have someone with Auspex verify your account you saw from the dagger, and I'll have my sheriff look into it.
Oh God, they're gonna see stuff from me on the dagger.
Yeah. Yep. There's a possibility they'll find out.
Your Grace, I guess I have one question for you, and not necessarily pertaining to this matter, if I may.
Speak.
I know that you've spoken with, or at least maybe your Seneschal has spoken with them, but the Order of the Lily Crusaders?
Yes.
That presented themselves, were they able to give you a full account of what occurred or what happened to them as well?
It was broken. However, Montfrey had the more concise account of what occurred after. What was their name? After someone helped clear his mind.
Oh. It was very kind of them then.
Yes.
We had assisted them with some other matters, and they let us know they were coming here to see you, and just wanted to make sure that everything went well. But thank you for your time.
If that is all, you may stay in Elysium as long as you wish.
head out of his presence. However, I'm supposed to be doing that. I don't know if there's a process.
Like kneel, bow,
Yeah, just give
spin around in
Yeah.
3 circles,
Do
walk
the
out.
3 bows as you're backing away.
kiss
There-
his ring.
No, you had to do that the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the acre guy.
I didn't even remember that. I just said it
Chips on
because. Yeah.
Yeah, when you introduced yourself here the first time, there wasn't any particular ceremony for like leaving his presence.
I'm gonna. So Adam was the Cappadocia guy, but we didn't actually talk to him directly, right? Or
He
was
is
that
the-
the guy?
He is
Yeah,
the one you talk
one.
to directly.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna stop that way and
Because
greet him.
Abraham was his elder, I
Yeah.
believe.
I'm
Yep.
gonna say it's good to see you in good health.
You as well. We
Brother Adam, nice to see you again.
same. We still appreciate your assistance.
It's good to have collaboration amongst the clans when possible.
Indeed, indeed.
Just for reference, I don't stop for this conversation. I go.
You just leave.
Yeah, I have somewhere to go.
Okay. Are you
He's
heading
got more
home?
sweeping
I'm
duty.
heading to the hospital.
Oh,
Okay.
we should have had Paul and them continue to clean the bakery.
I don't think Oliver wants them there.
They may not survive.
All right. So you're heading out to head to the hospital.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I turn around, I'm like, oh, that was weird. Where'd Oliver go?
I would assume he's going back home to greet his sire.
Yeah, maybe check on Tiffany on the way.
Yeah.
The two of you hear some armored clanking approaching you.
Turn to face.
It's the three, the knights, Montfrey, Guillermo, and Leonardo.
You're
Hey.
all looking quite well.
Hey,
Yes, he's taking us in as guards.
Oh, wow.
We told him of how you helped us. He seemed very uninterested in that part.
Well, it seems he's already forgotten our names. And that's fine. We didn't necessarily do it for the fame or the glory that came along with.
it's probably for the best.
Um, Well-
I'm glad everything's turning around for you.
Uh,
I can imagine it could be a bit of a shock awakening in a new time,
a new century.
new culture.
well, not much of that has truly changed. But yes, it's different seeing our personal worlds be gone. Anyway, your friend here, he is, well, we've not been properly introduced.
Is he talking about Adam?
Yes.
Oh,
This is Brother Adam. I mean, he helped us into the catacombs where finding entrance into the catacombs to
Ah,
track you down. Unfortunately, your fallen brother caused some destruction to their home. And we went in there to help restore you.
Adam kind of looks at them. He says, "You are much better dressed than the last time I saw the group of you. less mud and dirt. Monfrey kind of smiles, but it's that polite, that displeasure type of smile one gives. Like, I didn't like what you said, but I'll at least pretend so it was okay.
I guess one question, maybe between the four of you, so I might have an idea of where we could potentially start. But there was a single member of is it Bali? Is that
The Belai.
Balai? So there was a single member of the Balai that managed to elude us. And I'll reference the area where we came out. I know it was out of town, right?
Yep, Mount Zion.
Mount Zion, yeah. Say we exited from the catacombs near Mount Zion, and not sure where he went from there, but give a description of the individual and be like, if you should happen to hear anything, we would like to track this last individual down.
Quick question: did we tell them about the Balai cultists operating in their area when we talked to Adam? I don't remember if we did or not.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay. I guess so. I'll sum up that was also a thing happening in their territory that we.
Because where they were operating was right underneath Mount Zion, then, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll say that's where we found. I mean, we found them operating in underneath Mount Zion. I don't know if that is part of the area where you guys.
It is. It is not. You're saying they had followers?
Yes, they had some that had taken a symbol upon them. If you have something, I could probably draw it out for you.
Not on me, I'm afraid.
I'll pull out a little.
Okay.
I'm always
All right.
taking notes.
Yep.
I always got paper.
Okay. I will attempt to draw out the symbol that they had.
Sure. Give me
eidetic memory.
A craft intelligence roll.
Can I like assist and be like, oh yeah, the point goes there?
Sure. Yeah. Give yourself a bonus of 1.
Okay. Would analytical go along with this at all?
No.
No. Okay. That's more research. Anyhow.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
One.
Six.
See, I'm not there.
This doesn't help me. That's the thing. It's helping something else again. If I was looking for this symbol, I would have rolled 0.
I don't recognize it, but I can bring this up to Abraham and the others. They might help. As for finding them, without their shepherds, his flock is probably going to disperse to the other churches in the area. If you have a good idea of what they look like, you could bring it up to their new congregations as you search for them.
I'll do that. I recall seeing some of them.
Good.
Well, thank you for your assistance. If you do come up with anything, I can either come to meet you if you want to send word to my clinic near the Dung Gate.
If I do, I will send someone.
Thank you.
I'm going to call it there because it's 11 on the dot. I do hope you enjoyed your evening with us for our adventures in what happened to Brother BIRDnardus. If you're on Twitch and you're not already a follower, follow us. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Last time I told you about the near how close or how far apart maybe that Saladin and Richard Lionheart passed. This week's tidbit is it may be the 1100s, but the 12th century is also considered the starting point of the Renaissance. It is just beginning to trigger in Germany, of all places, not Italy as we all think of it. So there's no game tomorrow night for the Outlanders, but there might be a stream, yes, for BG3.
I think so.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. We'll
Also-
come in for Cleave.
Also, if there's any raiders still here from Diesel Shot, thank you for watching.
Oh yes, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Well, good night to you all, and remember, don't play in the dark. Bye.
Bye.